Hey guys, it's me, the Mage. Welcome to lesson number 2, Divination. Divination! And so, what is divination? I don't know if you've ever seen Harry Potter, and there's the one lady professor who has like the glasses and the frizzy hair, and she has like the crystal balls and stuff. That is divination. Seeing into the future, the past, and getting messages through magical means. Some people might not consider divination to be witchcraft, depending on who you ask. You know, there's Christian diviners. You know, people who like call upon the angels and receive messages for their people, and they wouldn't consider it witchcraft. But to me, it is a magical practice. So some common tools of divination would be tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulums, Ouija boards, crystal balls, mirrors, and anything in that kind of era. You're kind of like breaking through the matrix. You know, if reality is this solid movement of linear time from point A to point B, you are reaching around and looking into the singular timeline. Anywho, so I believe when a new Western witch comes into practicing, they do a few different things. They go out, buy some crystals, they buy some incense, and a tarot deck, maybe a pendulum. And so divination is one of the first steps that many witch or magicians or magic folk would get into. And I think it can be extremely powerful. When practicing divination, there's, you know, two main ways that I would suggest doing it. One is through a tarot deck. And yes, you can just use the power of Yu-Gi-Oh, power of the cards, and let them show you if you have faith and stuff. But I always suggest consecrating your tools. So I'd be doing a little bit of a spell to set the intention that it is your divination tool. It has a purpose. So when you're consecrating something, you're declaring its purpose and embedding that energy into whatever object it may be. The two ways: tarot cards, which show you just straight up what's this, and what's this. That's very physical. And then you have something like a crystal ball, which is very etheric. And then I guess somewhere in between would be like a pendulum, where you're letting the pendulum guide and spell things out, or put it to a yes and a no, or whatever it may be. So it's kind of like in the middle. But I'd like to talk a little bit further about scrying, or divination through means of a mirror or a crystal ball. Not necessarily looking for something. To me, I don't see it in the ball itself. I use the ball or the crystal or the mirror as a medium, something that kind of transports me into what I would call like the in-between. It's not here, it's not there. And in the in-between, with my intention set, looking at the ball as like a focusing device or a tool, I can be shown images, maybe a symbol. If there's a question and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to see like what the odds are of this new job, let's say, and I'm trying to use divination to see if I'm going to get that new job. I'd be looking for positive symbols or negative symbols or neutral symbols. An example of a positive symbol would be, I guess, in my mind's eye or in the in-between. A positive symbol would be like a rising sun, very obvious, like new beginnings. If I see a mountain range and then the ocean, that would mean like it's going to be a bit of a journey, but once you get to the ocean, it's going to be smooth sailing. Something like that. Or reassess when you get to the ocean, maybe. And then third would be, so that'd be a neutral. And then the third would be a negative. If it's just straight storm clouds and rain, or like, a vicious dragon, or like whatever it is, that would probably be a sign that it's a no-go, or it's going to be extremely hard if you do get it. So that's a little bit of how divination works. I would like to give you a little project, and pretty much anyone can do this without spending a dime or a penny. As long as you have a piece of paper and something to draw with. It could be a crayon, it could be pencil, it could be whatever. And this is how I would practice my divination before going out and buying a scrying ball or a scrying mirror. On the piece of paper, draw a circle, put a gentle spiral in it. So here's the circle, and then just a gentle spiral, right? It can be however spirally you want it, I guess. And then I like to put two little legs at the bottom. So as you can see here, it almost looks like a crystal ball. This says, look here. And that's all you really need to get started. Something that has the intention to get you focused and in the zone. It can help if it's darker in the room to take away some of the distraction. Lighting a candle on each side, evenly burning. That's used a lot inside of divination mirrors. You'll have a candle on each side. You'll have this is for professional magicians. You have a candle on each side, the black scry mirror, a conduit, which is one person, and then behind the conduit, a second person standing in some type of magic circle. And all of this is set up inside of magic circles and pentagrams and stuff like that, which is all about helping keep the magic and keep the energy and whatnot. And so the person who is standing in the mirror will no longer be them. and standing behind them, you will see the person's face change in the mirror. That's why they're a conduit. And when you start to see the person's face change in the mirror, that's when you know you've connected to some type of spirit or something on the other side. And so this is obviously dangerous if you're an untrained practitioner. Anyways, so you're sitting down, you're looking at your spirally circle on the table. It would really help if you have a solid intention. Write down your intention, maybe. Put it right next to the circle. Say something like, I want to know if I will meet my true love. Okay, so write down, when will I meet my true love? Where will I meet my true love? Will I meet my true love? Put that down. Let it sit. Look into the circle. Let your eyes go soft, so like blurry. And then this is where like the practice of meditation helps. Let the world disappear and enter into the in-between. And once you've entered into the in-between, keep your intention with you, ask it again. Will I meet my true love, or whatever it is? And wait for symbols. Don't think about it. If the first thing you see inside your mind, try to focus on that so it pops in there. Bring it back. Be like, oh, I saw an apple. I saw a red apple. Ooh, what can this red apple mean? Is it looking pristine and perfect? Is it super far away? Like, start taking notes about it. And there's, I'm sure there's plethoras of symbology notebooks and stuff on the internet. So you can be like, I saw a perfect red apple when I was scrying. What does it mean? And there might be the answer there for you. So that is my lesson number 2 on Witchcraft 101, Divination. If you have not yet liked and subscribed, please do.